Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for the time period of now when you're called to view this video. Roughly late June going into the month of July 2026. For Sagittarius, what is the message for Sagittarius Sun and Sagittarius Rising today, Spirit? What do they need to hear? Okay. We have the Weaver, Fate, Destiny. And it is an energy of weird. Now, weirdness, you know, I do get an energy here of you being very eclectic, funny, witty, all of those really good qualities that people love to be around, Sagittarius. So weaving your destiny with an energy of good humor, you know, that's one of your superpowers, Sagittarius, being able to go through the darkest periods of your life and still have that dry, droll sense of humor. I personally love it. So Sagittarius, let's take a look and see what this is all about. Yeah, just what I was talking about. Friends and colleagues. You know, you're not exactly the life of the party, but you're certainly the one that draws people in with your conversations. You're an interesting person, Sagittarius. So you can't fly under the radar because you're too interesting. Sagittarius, let's see where all of this is going for you guys. The curse of being too interesting. You know, it reminds me of that movie with Nicolas Cage a few years back. It was a parody. He played kind of an over-the-top version of himself because he has that kind of weirdness, doesn't he? Now, I have no idea what star sign Nicolas Cage is, but he has that kind of energy that I'm picking up for you, Sagittarius. It's an intensity, but in a kind of very, very unusual way that draws people in. And you can be saying one thing and they'll think and start believing thing, and then you'll throw in like a zinger, and it switches up the energy just like that, Sagittarius. Hey, what was that movie with Nicolas Cage? It was like the burden of being too talented or something like that. Yeah, not sure exactly what it was called, but anyway, Sagittarius, I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about House of the Dragon season 3. So I've pulled out my Game of Thrones cards from the back of the drawer. So let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. While I'm putting down these cards, guys, I want to thank you sincerely for your subscribes, your likes, and your comments. Please do keep them coming. The reality is I could not do this channel without you, Sagittarius, and I am very grateful for you being here. Right in the center, the Three of Spears. Now this is the Three of Wands. So what you waiting for? What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Let's see. Two of Swords. Well, yeah, it's like you've been driving in your car, going down the road, and oh my goodness, that freight train. And you think, I'm gonna floor it before that thing's coming down. You can hear the train coming in the distance, and you know that those bells and whistles are going to come down, and the crossing guard is going to say no more traffic until this long, very, very long freight train goes by. And so you're gunning it, and you don't make it in time. So rather than try and get you across and get ripped apart by a train, you stop, which is very good, Sagittarius. Very responsible of you. And now you have to sit for this very long freight train to go barreling through. Actually, this one's going slow. You thought it was going to be a fast one, and then you realize, oh gosh, it's barely moving. So you're there for a very long time waiting for this freight train to pass so you can continue on your merry way here. So you've run across this obstacle, Sagittarius, and it's the moon, and you don't know how long you're going to be there. And you think, oh gosh, is my destiny still on the other side of this blockage? You're hoping it is, but you're thinking, gosh, the window seems to be closing. Seven of Cups Have faith. Have faith that things are going to work out. Sagittarius, this weaver of your destiny. Fate, destiny, and weird. The feeling around that, Sagittarius, is one of you come from a long line of people who are just different, Sagittarius, and you know what? Deep down, you wouldn't want to be any other way, let's face it. Yeah. Now, the actions of your ancestors have had an effect on you, both good and bad. There are some aspects of your bloodline that you really love, and some that you perhaps wish were a little different, especially when you were younger. But I get an acceptance here, an acceptance of your fate, an acceptance of your destiny, acceptance of perhaps that you're a little weird, and so is your family. But you know what? You've worked through some of this impact that your ancestors had on you, and you've done it with strength. You've done it with nobility. But for some of you, you've had your destiny, your fate has been blocked because of some effect that your ancestors had on you in the past. Yeah, it may have been a lack of support. It may have been loss. It could have even been people who were just busy, you know, or people that were not very capable. Let's face it, not everyone is wired, which is interesting because they've spelt weird here, W-Y-R-D, which is an old way, but I saw that as wired. They were wired differently. But you know, they've also got their unique aspects that has been passed on to you as well. So you've got this really good mix here, Sagittarius, of understanding their foibles, their flaws, but also seeing where that has been a strength as well. So you have this weirdness around you, this more you're wired differently than a lot of other people are, but you also understand that you understand this, whereas your predecessors didn't. They may have felt very alone, lonely, misunderstood. For you, Sagittarius, I get that may have been you in your past, but not so much these days. I get that, you know, everyone's a little weird. So I feel that there's more acceptance around you these days than perhaps there has been in the past. Now, of course, there could be a little bit more work to do here, Sagittarius, but let's see. Page of Swords is your best path to follow. You know, you have free will. So although there's this energy of destiny here, you do have free will. And you have the ability to transcend the path of your predecessors, your ancestors, and walk it a little differently, with understanding, with knowledge. Yes. You understand that every action has a reaction, and every action has an impact. Every choice creates different results. So there is an energy here of what choice do you make here when it comes to your destiny. There's a certain amount of your destiny that's predetermined, but a lot of it here comes down to choice, and I get an energy here of anticipation and waiting to make that choice. So consider the choices before you with this Seven of Cups, and choose what is the highest good for you and for honor, honoring yourself, honoring your ancestors, honoring people around you. So there's an energy here of it's not selfishness and it's not selflessness. It's something in the middle there. So you're not doing something just personally for you, but neither are you doing something just for others to the detriment of yourself. There's something here that's in the middle way, the middle path. Yeah. So I feel that you're waiting, you're pausing here, you're considering your choices so that you choose well this time. Yeah. And so this way you're weaving the world that you want to create here. Oh, the Ten of Swords is around you. Who's this? Gosh. Yeah, well, you know, it looks like you've had your fair share of people who have betrayed you, Sagittarius. I mean, I don't like to say that, but I don't feel that I'm telling you anything here that you didn't already know. You're weaving a moment. But there's people around you that are betraying your energy. It's like you're walking this path, and I feel it's the right path before this obstacle comes up, this metaphorical train that I was visualizing there. And what you're not seeing is that somebody like put this train in your way. Oh gosh, Sagittarius, who's this? Now, what you want, of course, is this Nine of Coins. This is creating your destiny, the destiny that you want. You know, you really do see yourself in the future as someone who has choice, freedom of choice, the ability to create abundance in your life. I'm not getting like that you want like super luxury or anything like that, but you do want a life that you feel is yours. It's not a life that is purely selfless, like you have things around you, things that make you happy, bring you joy, material things. So not living like a nun, or you're not living like someone in a place which is devoid of nice things. No, I see you having more than what you need, having a nice, beautiful environment to live in, a garden, beauty, makeup, clothes, whatever you want there, Sagittarius. That's what you want. But you don't want, more than you need, but you also, I feel you are working hard to achieve financial independence and having money for you to enjoy your life. Nobody wants to just live day to day and be constantly worried about finances. I mean, that's something that you've had in the past, and I feel that a lot of you are unaware just how much you were hobbled in the past, betrayed in the past because I feel for my Sagittarians here, a lot of you were meant to be more than what you currently are and what you currently have. Like, I don't feel that you're meant to live a mundane existence. I don't feel like you're meant to live an existence where you're constantly struggling. No. But you have been betrayed often in life. You've been betrayed by ancestors, unfortunately. I don't feel that they're around anymore, but there have been. It was not in your imagination. And you've also been betrayed by people around you who are masquerading as friends. Okay, gosh. Two of Wands. Here's that choice. And what's hidden here is the Four of Coins. Yes. You know what? You may have been betrayed by other people in the past, but I don't see you acting in a way which allows people to betray you in the future. I see you very protective of yourself, your money, your career, what you've built. You're protective of your destiny, Sagittarius. So let's see, I'm going to get some more cards. I'm going to get one from the Wild Witch Oracle. Isis. Manifesting a miracle. Wow, yeah. It may seem like you need a miracle, but you know what? I just feel with this 44 card, some of you could be seeing sequences of fours. But with this one, it's something that is your destiny. It says a miracle on this, but I don't really feel it's a miracle. It's a blessing. A blessing. With this Seven of Cups, Sagittarius, there's limitless potential for your future. And with that Nine of Coins, as a wish. I feel that you will have more than what you're actually even hoping for at this present time. It's a destiny of yours, Sagittarius. And it can't really truly be envisioned at this time because we've got the moon. You're probably saying to me, Michelle, this sounds like fantasy. But I don't feel that it is, even though we have this Seven of Cups. I'm reading that as limitless potential. Stay ready. Yeah. This is the Queen of Heaven and Earth. She's a goddess who loves all, nourishes all, and brings great benefits. Oh, yeah. And she acts with compassion because, why? You've been betrayed by people. You know, I feel like this is, it could be an ancestor looking on at you, but I feel it's more than that. It feels like a very large entity. And I'm a human being, so I can't tell what that is. I mean, I would have had to have crossed over to know what this is, but it feels very large. So it's not just one, it feels like a multitude here. And it's like everything, and everything from something very tiny to something very large, the energy that I'm picking up around this. Wow. So acting with compassion is this large entity. Wow. Because they can see that this entity knows that you've been betrayed, even though I don't feel that you know the extent of how much betrayal has happened in your life. It's like you were meant for something much greater, but along the way you were blocked at every turn. You had knives in your back, metaphorically, I hope. But here's compassion. And I feel that you really need that at this time here, Sagittarius. You know, you're a person who is meant to live many lifetimes, and even many lifetimes in one, you know, having many experiences. You know, as I said, I don't feel that you're meant to live that mundane life. You know, you're meant to live many different experiences, many different lives. Yeah. Feel it as if it's already here. Feel this presence that's around you. And once it comes to you, grab it with both hands. Don't ever let it go. Make sure that you make positive choices around money and finances in the future with that Four of Coins, Sagittarius. Because save, 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 so that you can be this Nine of Coins. Save, save, save. And make sure that you don't have anyone around you that is going to betray you again. Especially if you already known a person to be this way. You know, this energy that I'm picking up is very large, and it feels very all-encompassing, and it feels very much like a teacher, you know, the High Priestess, or even the High Priest. You may see signs at this time, symbols. You may not understand them fully or why you're seeing them with that Moon card. You might at this time be drawn to certain things. Or you may even be invited at this time as an initiate of sorts to a gathering with this friends and colleagues card. Someone might invite you to a gathering or a talk, or let's talk, which I feel will open a door, a portal of opportunity. Yeah, it feels like there's much more to be experienced here, Sagittarius. So if you're feeling like life has been a little bit blocked or cut off for you, it's about to be open, but you're not seeing it. that train is just about pulled through, and that gates are going to come back up, and then you're going to be looking at the opportunities ahead of you there. So while you're waiting for that train to pass, I would say really have a think about what you want to claim as your destiny. And then ask the goddess here for help, because it is all around you. The energy, this compassionate energy, wants to help. Wow. Sagittarius, let's see, any other messages here, please, for Sagittarius? We've got an angel card. The angel of manifestation. Yes, you're... now is the time just before it manifests. Oh, love it, Sagittarius. Now, this is card number 34, so it does feel like you're standing at that crossroads right now, preparing yourself with that Page of Swords. Yes, I feel like this goddess energy is hearing, you know, this feels like the energy is there. So reach out, claim your destiny. The goddess has heard your prayers, and this energy wants to manifest your wish, this Nine of Coins, into reality. It wants you to manifest something into fruition. So take that time to really think about what you want, because this is a very powerful energy, and it's extremely important that whatever it is that you wish to manifest is for your highest and purest good. It should not be about anything to do with anybody else, because remember that what you think you create. So it's very important that you only think positive thoughts directed towards other people at this time. So once you decide what it is that you want, visualize it and spend your time facilitating or bringing about this outcome. Now, every moment. It's important, of course, that you get some sleep, but you need to send out this positive energy. Of course, it won't happen overnight. Be patient, because there's that divine timing here with this Two of Swords, Two of Spears, and the Three of Spears, and the Moon. But it's closer than what you think. If you don't believe, then of course your outcome may not eventuate. So focus all of that wonderful positive Sagittarius energy into a positive outcome and believe, because without belief, what do you have? But with belief, that Seven of Cups, it's like the sky's the limit. The impossible becomes the possible. Focus, believe, and achieve. Sagittarius, let's see, any other messages here, please, for Sagittarius? Let's get a Chakra Wisdom Oracle. The mind. Yeah. Mind is a very powerful thing. So you have to believe it. And you have to use you may be intuiting this energy of destiny. But coupled with that intuition, that right brain thinking, you also have to use your left brain here in terms of how to physically manifest it in the world. So be open to learning. Be flexible at this time. Use your imagination. Make sure that you imagine a positive outcome, and learn all you can with that Page of Swords. Learn all you can here to in whatever you want to manifest. Like, say you want a career in I don't know, let's just say you want a career in advertising. Learn all you can about that, guys. The power of the mind. Now, that's just an example, of course. It will be different for everyone. But with the power of the mind, much can be achieved. Your mind, of course, is the creator, the architect of your life experience, and there's no limit to what it can create. And you'll see that this woman here is very calm, very focused, and she's trusting enough to look within. And there's this window into her mind here. She's drawn through the stars, beyond preconceived notions of the possible, into the far reaches of the universe. Her heart is open. Her spirit is soaring. She is at peace, aligned with the infinite, beauty of her true nature, mind. Yeah. Keeping focused upon the higher aspects of your truth here. Anything that you imagine will come to pass at this time. So make sure that you see things very plainly, very clearly. You know, you don't want to live in la la land here, Sagittarius. So make sure that you're looking at things with a clear mind, a clear lens, without any feelings of, oh, that won't happen because I was told years ago that I would not be able to do this. Anything that was placed on you ancestrally in terms of socio-economic background or culture or place of birth, gender even, whatever you were born into is not your destiny. Your destiny lies somewhere else here, Sagittarius, beyond limitations. Through any kind of positive mind work at the moment, mantras, prayers, songs, train your mind so that you can see very clearly. Yeah. You can train your mind away from negative thoughts and obstacles as well. You can. Anytime that something like that, a negative thought comes into your mind about why something can't or won't work, what you can do is think to yourself, okay, is this a fear or is this something's very real? You know, there's a great difference between, let's say you're walking down a dark alley at night, you know, but you know that you are the only person in that alley. There's nothing to fear, right? But yet our mind can play tricks on us. We start to see shadows that aren't there. Now let's say we're walking through that same alley and we have someone that we can see there that's holding a weapon. That, of course, is our mind saying, okay, there's something really to fear here. You see the difference? So that's what you need to look at when faced with a fear. Is this fear real? Is this a threat to my being? Is this a threat to my life, my destiny, whatever I'm valuing here? Or is this just a fear? And I know with the power of the mind that it is just a fear and that there is nothing there. That's what I need you to look at here, Sagittarius. Our mind can be a great ally, but it can also be a very challenging foe. So focusing the lens on reality here. Maintain that vision of you living to the highest potential. Don't envision yourself the other way, you know, spiraling to the bottom here. Envision yourself rising to the top. Yes. So there's something here, Sagittarius, about the power of the mind and calling upon the resource of the mind. Training your mind to focus on those positive aspects so that you can remain open to positive new concepts, ideas. You could be enrolling in a class here, Sagittarius, or learning a new skill. Whatever you're doing here to expand your knowledge, it's certainly working. Could be spirituality for some of you as well. But with this Ten of Swords around you, I think that what you won't fall victim or prey to is any predatory person around you, because you'll know within an instant if anyone's acting from this is wishing you ill will or coming from a place of traitorous energy. Yeah. You know, once you've been betrayed, and I think most of us have been if we've lived long enough in this world. Some of us have been betrayed many times over. But here's the thing, Sagittarius. People, you'll know these people because they're very rigid. They're very judgmental. They have a fixed perception of you. They are not able to see their destinies in the way that you can see yours as limitless potential. You live with this life of unlimited potential. They are very limited in their potential because they can't see their potential. And so what do? Anyone who they see as having more potential than them, they try to limit that. Yeah. I think that you're very open here to the new. And for you, some of these friends or colleagues of the past, I feel that are going to fall away, but you know what? Good riddance to them. I feel that you only have time and space in the future for people who are ready to manifest something new in their life, open to something new. Take the time to daydream right now, to imagine. Allow free-flowing thoughts to enter your mind. When you wake up in the morning, Sagittarius, the first things that should go through your mind is about what positive things you could actually have today. What kind of experiences today could you have in life? Yeah? And maybe write them down, just kind of free thought, free flow it. And then look back maybe halfway through the day and see how your day is going. Check in and see how your thoughts are creating the day. Yeah? I think that you have a hunch that something is coming here, but you're not exactly sure what it is. But if you open up this energy of free flow, ideas may even come into your mind that have not even been there before. They've been down there, kind of buried in your subconscious, but I feel like they're going to come to the fore. Allow your mind to follow the flow of life. Where will you allow your mind to travel to today? To positive places or to negative places? The choice is yours, of course, Sagittarius. Let's see, I'm going to get one more card here for you guys, and then I will leave it there for my Sagittarius. Embarking on an adventure. Okay, savouring the wonders of the world. Well, you always, even if you can't physically travel right now because that train blockage, you can travel in your mind. When were you last happiest, the most, Sagittarius? Maybe you can plan to get back to there. Oh, this one's jumped on the floor. Okay. Simplifying your life. Yeah, at the moment it feels like you're in a time of declutter. You've had to clutter out or declutter these this traitorous energy around you. It's like you've had to sage your entire life from these kind of negative influences that have been a real drain on you. Yeah. And being in this energy of cherishing the simple pleasures, it's not like when you go off on an adventure, it is a simple thing. It's not like you're going and going on multi-billion-dollar yachts and flying first class and all that kind of stuff. And if you are, good for you. But most of my Sagittarians out there travel more simply, but certainly enjoy it more. Why? Because you're experiencing culture, life, meeting like-minded individuals, enjoying social events, new people, new adventures are coming up for you in the not too distant future, Sagittarius. Prepare and enjoy. I'm going to leave it there for you, Sag. Oh, actually, one more. I lie. If you'd like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. I'm offering a special at the moment. $29 for a 10 to 15 minute one question personal reading with me personally. If you'd like to reach out, gypsyinsights@gmail.com for more information. I also have other types of readings as well. So check me out on Etsy, Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy. Links are down below in the box. Thank you for your likes. Please do press that thumbs up button. Support my channel. It really does help me out a great deal. Please subscribe if you haven't already, Sagittarius. I offer very regular Sagittarius readings because you guys have been so wonderful to me. Surrender comparisons with other people. Yeah, you know what? You're you. You're unique. You're different. And you know what? I don't think you'd want to be anyone else. Heck no. But it's that reason, because you are this very interesting, special person, that other people may act out of jealousy towards you. But you know what? I don't even think you even pay attention to that. But Spirit is saying maybe you should pay a little attention to it, because these people can maybe not be quite so, I want to say, they could have had more of an effect on your life in the past than perhaps you've realized. But you're realizing it now, and now you're able to make different decisions. Yeah. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. And if there's anyone coming in with this critique, judgment, rigidity, I think you know what to do, Sagittarius. Ignore them or leave them behind, the ones that you can. I wish you all the very best, Sagittarius. Please take care, and bye for now.